Hey, welcome to Waking Up to Win.
I'm Annie.
And I'm Chad.
And this is your space for real estate motivation, mindset, and the kind of coaching that pushes you from stuck to a top producer.
We are all about helping agents work on their business, not just run ragged in it.
And we believe there is more than enough room at the top for everyone to win. Let's dive in.
Hi, Annie.
Hi, Chad.
Are you still mad at me for drinking your soda yesterday? We're having trouble with the sodas today in the room on Waking Up to Win.
I was never mad. I was just trying to stop you from licking my straw.
Your face said otherwise after I took a drink. So I'm just going to tell the story. We're driving down the road and we're talking about something, and I pick up this cup that's in my cup holder in my truck.
In
not paying attention.
In my designated spot.
I don't think your name is on the spot.
Okay.
But anyways.
So you picked up my cup.
And then Annie starts going, it's me, it's me, it's me. I thought she won the lottery. I had no idea what the hell she was talking about.
I didn't want you to drink my soda.
And I took a drink and she goes, that's mine. And I said, why didn't you lead with that? I wondered why the hell you were screaming, it's me at me. Made no sense at all in the moment.
I had to turn my straw upside down.
We spent way too much time together this week. Trip to
California. Set up a podcast room for a friend.
I know.
Now we need a new podcast room ourselves.
I know, it's terrible. I hate doing things like that. People see our podcast room and then they're like, I love it. I want one. And I'm like, well, you can pay me to install one in your place. I'm happy to do that for you. And then I go do it better for them than I did for myself.
Yeah.
And now I have to sit in this piece of
the
junk
decorations
room.
are better.
No, I'm just kidding. But it is.
But we're back.
It was cool.
Back to real estate.
We're back in black. What else is new?
Why you have that iPad?
Because I'm going to use it till it's got my notes for when we talk about things.
What happened to your phone?
It's here too.
Oh, you're getting old? Can't see?
Why you got to be like that?
Because you've been like that to me for years.
It's so rude.
Now you see.
All right, let's do this.
Okay.
What's your inspiration for the week?
My inspiration for the week. I'm not sure this is for the week.
Well,
but I did
for the week between this podcast and the next one.
When you say what's your inspiration for the week, it makes it sound like I'm giving you some like life-changing words here, and I'm not going to.
These words might change somebody's life. Okay. Have a little faith in yourself.
It's not that deep. Okay, my inspiration.
This is why I have an iPad, so I don't have to remember it. I just look it up.
Well,
you want to borrow my iPad?
Double your age, and I can still remember.
Good, you get a gold star. Go.
I better look.
Oh, I love winning. It's so much fun.
Well, I was going to wing it, but then I thought I'm going to say it wrong. As a realtor, I'm not selling, I'm solving.
Oh.
It's such a good one.
I bet that's mind-boggling for somebody.
I know. And I will tell you, when I talk to people and I say, hey, you should come, because we say you should come sell real estate with me. And so many of my friends will say, oh, no, I'm not good at selling. And I want to be like, I don't sell anything. I mean, it's not like we're going door to door with encyclopedias here. What we're really doing is solving people's problems. And that's why I like this job.
Yeah, guiding them through a complex process.
I'm a problem solver.
I'm aware you solve my problems all the time.
Yeah.
Even when I don't ask you to.
And if you would just take my advice, your life would be so good.
Oh, I'm well aware.
Don't drink other people's sodas.
That never gets me. What is the problem with that?
I don't know. So anyway, back to that. You know, if as a real estate agent, if you thought about your job as problem solving, it's much easier.
Yeah.
Than trying to sell a house. We don't sell houses at all.
No, I totally agree with you.
You have a problem, you need a place to live. I can help you with that.
Sometimes it's not a problem, though, that they need a place to live.
Maybe.
Not that I'd water it down that far, but that is our job.
Well, there's even when you want to move, there's a reason. We're having another baby. We need more space. Our children have moved out. We don't need so much space. I lost my job. I need to cut my budget. I mean, there's usually, I'm calling it a problem.
Yeah.
I guess that's a very, very blanketing word, but that's how I see it.
Yeah. Providing solutions to challenges or whatever.
Maybe you have too much money and you need a bigger house payment. I can solve that.
I'm sure you can.
Anyway,
It's the kind
what
of
else?
problems.
What else do
Those
you
are
want
the
to
kind
know
of
about
problems
that?
you always
So,
solve for me, unsolicited. Also,
I think they're all solicited.
oh, you're sad you don't have any money. Let's go to the casino. That'll make us feel better.
It's true, and sometimes you win.
Very rarely, but sometimes.
I saw a meme last night that I was going to send you. I'm going to find it. It's so funny because it talks about being partners at the casino. And so we play as partners now, which every time I give you the choice, and then Brandon, my son, is my other casino partner. But every time I give you guys a choice, you want to play partners tonight or not? And I know both of you go through your head and you think, I wonder if she's going to win or I'm going to win. Because if she's going to win, I want to be her partner. So I get half of it. But if I'm going to win, not so much. And so anyway, you and I have been being partners for a long time and I'm on a losing streak.
Yeah.
And so the little meme was like, don't you hate when you're partners at the casino and one of you is a winner and one of you is a leech? Oh.
It's true.
Yeah, so
You have been a leech.
I know,
lately.
but maybe you're just not the lucky charm. Because I have to say, if I put
definitely not
Brandon
the
in the
lucky
chair
charm.
over here, he would say that I'm the winner. He only wants to go with me because I just keep making it rain. And then I go with you, and I'm like, please, sir.
Right. I wonder if that's because he's your kid and I'm not. I'm thinking maybe there's
Well,
some
no,
fudging
it
going
has
on
no-
there.
you're
Are you
sitting there-
buying your son's love at the casino?
I ain't got that kind of money.
That's
Anyway.
funny. Anyways, well, welcome to another episode. Super excited about today's episode.
What are we talking about today?
We're going to run through the usual, some headlines, some craziness that we saw, and have fun doing it. So
We probably need a table in here because that was really awkward.
I'm kind of awkward in real life, so it's all right. I don't mind.
What you got?
What is going on in real estate? There's some pretty interesting headlines this week, Annie. You ready for them? I got 5.
Wow.
5 top headlines. Number 1, according to Gemini, for the week ending Friday, September 12th. My birthday's in 7 days.
I know, and I'm going to be gone.
Number 1, mortgage rates resume upward climb, reversing recent declines.
Wah, wah,
Wah, wah,
wah.
wah. Everybody ran around with their hair on fire because it was 10-month low, 10-month low. Right back to
Silly.
where we were. But mortgage rates aren't going anywhere. I wish people would just stop. They see the Fed lowering their rate, but they don't understand the Fed is lowering their rate because the job market is falling apart.
Okay.
So they're not going to, if mortgage rates are going to fall, they may fall, but the job market's falling apart too. You know what that means? Nobody has any income. So it doesn't matter that mortgage rates are going down. You're still not going to sell your house any faster or be able to buy a house or anything like that if those two things happen at the same time.
Yeah, and they're all irrelevant to us.
I know.
And then what really happens, and you are a prime example now, because you're deciding to move, has nothing to do with interest rates or anything else
Absolutely
going
not.
on. But that headline hits, and all of a sudden, all these buyers jump back in the market, and now Chad can't get a house that he wants because,
That's annoying.
you know,
They didn't even fall that low either.
No,
The headlines were a little bit dramatic
which
last
they
week,
always
but that's
are.
all right. So anyways, reversing, going back up with headlines, the average rate ticked up again. The second headline is housing affordability hits another record low. These headlines are not doing well for buyers, I'm just saying.
Wait, say that one again.
Housing affordability hits another record low. So a new report released this week indicates that housing affordability has worsened, reaching another record low. The combination of stubbornly high home prices and the recent rebound in mortgage rates has further strained the budgets for potential buyers. The data highlights the ongoing struggle for first-time home buyers to enter the market, with a significant portion of median income now required to cover the cost of an average price home. So that's something that's been going on for years, but there's, of course, the interest rates go back up and then everybody's like, oh, see, this is, which is the truth. That's why people can't afford to buy homes.
People can afford to buy homes. They just may not be able to afford to buy the home they want to buy.
Yeah, well,
but I
yeah.
can help you solve that problem
I don't know
and
though,
find you
because if you had,
absolutely.
but in our market, anyways, the months of supply on the market. I mean, if you found somebody to buy a house in those lower price ranges, you can't get them a house.
You have to get them a different
One
house.
out of every like 70 buyers.
It's a
ends
problem
up
with these.
buying a
It's a problem with
house.
these headlines. Is that's not the problem we're trying to solve, and people get too hung up on that. And
What
then
is the problem that you're trying to solve?
I don't know. It depends on what their problem is. I have a buyer that needs to buy a house, and this is their budget.
How about
These
a
are the
buyer that just
houses.
wants to buy a house, though?
Well, and I would still figure out what is your budget, and here are the houses you can afford. It's really irrelevant what you could have bought last week or last year. This is what you can buy now.
No, I don't think that housing affordability, like, I don't think that these rates and numbers in these reports say it's not a comparison of what you can buy now versus what you could buy before. I don't think it's a affordability, meaning based on the median income today and the median house price today, along with all the other factors like how much it costs to originate a loan and what the interest rate is and what the utilities are and everything like that. It's less affordable
Okay.
in today's market than it has been in the past. It's also been more affordable in the past, but
Right. But it doesn't have to be relevant to the buyer. I mean, it doesn't I guess what I'm trying to
you're
say
blowing my mind because whether or not you can afford a house
it's which
is
house
totally relevant to a
which
buyer.
house can you afford? Now maybe you're at the extreme and you just cannot afford a house at all, but if you have a job and
Right.
you
The
have
point
decent,
of this is there are more of those people now than there ever has been in our history. People that
Okay.
just flat out can't afford one. So how do we solve that problem?
again, I don't know that that's true.
It,
Okay, well,
I mean,
ooh,
these people make a lot more
shocking,
money than you do to
shocking.
analyze the economic data. I'm just saying.
Again, I'm not discounting what the data is, but I'm still saying somebody reads that and just thinks all of a sudden, well, I can't afford a house. That's not true.
Not necessarily. No, it totally depends on the person.
But that's what we find is people read that. And then when you ask them why they're renting again, oh, well, the interest rates are high and affordability is increased. And I just can't, I'm one of those, I can't afford it. Well, that may not be true.
It might not be. That's true.
And
You
so
should
I will
reach
solve
out
that.
and talk to somebody.
Absolutely.
But the fact that there are more people that can't afford to buy a house today than there ever has been in our history is unequivocally true.
And it's just not something that I control. So I'm moving past it.
Well, it's other people. The rest of the world are not moving past it.
And
so.
if you want to buy a house and you want a house, you call me
Okay,
and I'll help you solve it.
done. Number 3, the Compass and Zillow lawsuits intensify as new documents are filed. The legal battle between brokerage giant Compass and real estate marketplace Zillow has escalated. New court filings this week reveal further details about Compass's antitrust claims, alleging that Zillow is using its market dominance to unfairly limit competition. The case continues to be a major topic of discussion within the industry, with potential long-term implications for how properties are listed and marketed online. Curious what documents were filed. So anyways, apparently they're still going at it, the two of them. I mean, I want that to be over with because I want to know what happens, just because I do. The 4th headline is home seller concessions become more common as market cools. So that's interesting. Buying down mortgage rates, covering closing costs, paying for repairs.
Just like the good old days.
I know, right? It's true. We used to put people in houses sometimes with, like, they would get their earnest money back at the end of it.
Absolutely.
Hasn't happened in a long time. The 5th one is inventory. I guess the good side of that is that if you don't got no cash, you might be able to buy a house.
You ain't got no.
You ain't got no cash under your mattress. Inventory of unsold homes sees slight increase but remains below pre-pandemic levels. That is astonishing to me, if I'm being serious with you, because
Why is that astonishing?
I don't know. You just have this massive rate increase, the cool down, housing affordability's down, and yet still no houses to buy. At what point does the supply go up? because the demand has definitely
There is no-
decreased. Like,
It's
that's
not
the
true
problem.
that there's no houses to buy, though. There are houses to buy.
I can't talk to you about economics because you want to talk in like a fucking Fruit Loops and lilies and make us all feel good. And that's not what it is. The fact of the matter is that before COVID, there was 5 months of inventory on the market.
Okay.
During COVID, there was less than a half month of inventory
Okay.
on the market. Those are the houses. Those are the houses that are available to buy.
Okay.
So there's less houses available to buy.
What could possibly go wrong?
So I was looking at houses this weekend and for me to live in, and I requested a showing on this one house, and it was declined by the listing agent, which is just annoying to me. I don't know why agents manage showings for clients in today's day and age. There's like my 90-year-old grandmother could respond to a text message and manage her own showings.
Yeah.
So stop it.
Or
Like-
if they're, yeah. And if they're not able to, number one, if they're living there, they need to, because you're going to have to call them to ask them.
Right.
And if they're not living there, then
Yeah. And I mean, we can see who declines it, whether it's, I mean, it says seller or listing
and yours
agent.
was declined by the
Listing agent.
yeah.
And then when I called, they're like, oh, they're a pain in the ass. And they like knocking their own client.
They were. I was there.
It was insane. I'm like, stop. Why? Whoa.
Well, they also denied it. They also didn't act like they declined it. They had no control.
Yeah. And then also didn't suggest a new time. Like, why would you decline a showing without suggesting a new time?
Right. Well,
I called because I got no response from him besides the decline in the first 45 minutes. So 45 minutes later, I call him after it
Right.
was declined. And I'm like, hey, I scheduled a showing. It got declined. What's going on? And he starts bashing his client, how they're a
Right.
pain in the ass and they have 3 kids and they can't ever seem to get out of the house and it's chaotic and it's the worst client he actually said those words, worst client
I
he's
know.
ever had. And I was like, okay, I don't really care about any of that. Can I just like
See the
just want
house?
to see the house? So when
Yeah.
can I come see the house? And his answer was pretty much, I don't know.
Right.
And I was
No.
like, okay, well, I guess I'm not going to come see it then, which is a shame for his client.
100%. Well, and we teach our sellers, I teach our sellers that if you're going to decline a showing, before you decline it, message me that you're getting ready to decline it and why and what the alternative is. Because as soon as you decline it, I'm calling the other agent because my job is to sell your house. And so rather that you are now frustrated and now we're never going to go see that house. Yeah, you can preempt that with, hey, listen, sorry, they declined it. They're having their kid's birthday party today. What else would work for you? But yeah,
Right.
a lot of people just
And
decline
then
them and live.
reputation. So then, of course, I went on and looked up his profile, the agent's profile, and he works at Compass. So then there was that whole story in my
right.
head of
He's just wanting to sell it to
yeah,
his
I
own
wonder if
buyer.
his clients knows that he's declining showings or not. I mean, like, and I'm not to call him a liar, but
But all the cards were stacked against him.
yeah, it was really annoying.
Yeah.
Don't do that. I
And-
don't understand
and
why
then
you
in-
would even want to do
Have you
that
had a
as an
follow-up
agent.
phone call?
No.
Because that would be the next step was he should have called his client, you would think, and say, hey, got a buyer that
I
really
wonder
wants
if
to
so.
see it.
If have a listing.
Show your house. And
Show
if you
your
can't show
house.
your house, communicate why. And
Well, and he said to me, there's no like regular time. I'm like, okay, I don't believe that there's nobody in the world that couldn't carve out an hour of regular time, even if it's on Friday from 4 to 5 every week
well, even again, if you
for
can't,
people to see the house.
just
Like,
communicate.
what?
You should have gotten a phone call by now that said, hey, this
yeah.
is what's available this weekend.
Yeah.
So
So, anyways,
do your job.
don't do that. Moral of the story. What the floop?
What the floop?
So the meme says, fuck Keller Williams. I was promised leads and didn't get anything. What other brokerages offer leads? Which, first of all, this first comment cracks me up. In all caps, stop relying on your brokerage to make or break you.
Did I write that? I want
No.
to say that every time somebody tells me that they're going somewhere because they were promised leads, and I want to tell them you were promised crap.
Well, it doesn't even, I mean, like, fine, I'm not a huge Keller Williams fan because they got a lot of Kool-Aid over there and it's very like,
It could be somebody's vibe. We're not
Whatever.
knocking
It's
it.
not mine. They're very cheerleadery, which is great and whatever. But, they're all about recruiting and that kind of stuff. So not really individual success. They're more of a team success type of place, which is great. And some of their team leads offer leads. But the funny thing to me about this is like I'm going to stick up for Keller Williams because Keller Williams doesn't promise leads. Keller Williams' business model has nothing to do with leads. It was whatever team you joined at Keller Williams, that team lead is who was promising you leads. And people don't realize you're paying the split on the split usually over there. Like their structure is they have the market center or the corporation, and then the corporation charges the broker a split, and the broker is taught to hire team leads underneath of them. And then those team leads charge a split also. People don't go in and ask the questions to understand how they're working. Like you just did that. You were like,
it's not even that. I know you're going down that rabbit hole. I'm going down the other rabbit hole that they're not even being honest with you. They're not. If you're a brand new realtor and someone's promising you leads, it's probably not even true. They're promising you a bunch of work, a bunch of things that you can do to chase some leads for them. But at the end of the day, if they get a really solid lead comes in, they're not tossing it to the brand new agent.
Oh, I don't know that that's true. I know several team leads at Keller Williams that don't work any of their leads, and they pay for a massive amount of leads.
Yeah, any of the agents that we've interviewed after the fact, and I'm talking brand new agents who were choosing between brokerage A and brokerage B, that they were promised those leads. They're not like solid leads. They're you can make 40 hours of phone calls with this list of potential leads that we had, but they're not necessarily the ones that are going to come to fruition.
Yeah, I've talked to a couple of agents that get quality leads from their team lead, but it's totally dependent on the team lead and their understanding of it. I mean, you talk about Chad Wilson, for instance, is a very big Keller Williams team here in our particular market. He buys leads for his team. He has 37 agents on his team, and he gives them quality leads. But he also takes a massive split from them. So you're paying for it, but it does exist. But that person that posted that, their problem's not with Keller Williams necessarily. It's with their
possibly
direct people that's like our people being mad at Realty One Group for something that we're doing.
Well, we have
an
agent that came over from there and was promised leads. And what she got was her team lead bought some Facebook leads.
Right.
And she worked him 40 hours a week and in a year closed a deal.
Right.
So they weren't solid leads, but never was taught how to get her own.
Well, that's
what we're teaching you is how to get your own.
Yeah. How to build your own business. I mean, I don't need to provide it for you. And of course I want to be independent like that, but I'm not going to knock people that don't, want that either. So there are some good team leads at Keller Williams. I'm not even knocking them.
Oh, there's some great brokerages
if you want
that
to
do
be
it.
fed and you're going to pay for it.
Absolutely.
So the opportunity is way smaller than if you do it on your own, which, like you said, we can teach you to do. But it makes me laugh that people post stuff like that online. Stop airing your dirty laundry. It just makes you look dumb. That's where I'm at with that. Like this, the old saying, you can leave your brokerage. The problem is you're taking yourself with you when you do. So usually 9 times out of 10, even in that particular situation that you're talking about, I mean, she's buying quality leads now and still not closing them either, which Keller Williams was not teaching her how to close those leads, but we need to teach her how to close those leads. And I think we are. I'm just, saying that they do. That particular person was throwing bullshit at them, but I believe you probably would have closed more of those Facebook leads.
Possibly.
Over a year's time.
Possibly.
But yeah, anyways, what's blue? Stop posting shit on Facebook. That's stupid.
Okay.
Not you. The world.
No, you're not talking to me. All right. So this was fun. So we will see you again in a week.
I'll be here.
All right. Bye.
All right. That's a wrap on another week of chaos closings and questionable decisions.
If this episode made you laugh, think, or text your real estate bestie like, girl, this is us, do us a favor.
Hit that subscribe button, leave a quick review, follow us on socials, or send us your own unhinged real estate stories. Seriously, we want to share them.
And hey, don't just survive this week. Get out there and build your business.
You've got everything it takes.
We'll be back next week with more chaos and more clarity.
Until then,
Keep waking up to win.